Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to take a couple minutes to let everybody chime in if they're going to come in. My name is Robert T. Green. I'm the CEO of Pre-Post Game, also known as a Players Rep, here to educate and empower, protect the athletes and the family's best interests along. I apologize for my voice as I've been under the weather for quite some time, but I'm trying to get it back together. Today is December the 12th, 2018, and we're talking about NSD, hashtag NSD, also known as National Signing Day. And also, talking about players skipping bowl games and the impact that it have on themselves, but how the mass media and different people such as ESPN and all of their pundits and analysts and everyone that receives a check just to have conversations about these kids' names who they don't even really know. But at the same time, no matter what, these same other coaches are going into their living room as we speak, telling you what you want to hear, not what you need to know. All the meanwhile, they are positioning and taking interviews for other jobs in other places. The hypocrisy, the joke, the matter of fact. Again, as people don't know, after this year, it's about 13 players, that including Will Greer, who's projected fourth or fifth round pick, decided not to play in a bowl game. And again, everybody wants to talk about college and talking about free education, but then when that free education becomes now, you got to talk about your teammates and your brothers, and people up in arms about these young men making decisions, these poor kids making decisions to better themselves and their lives by basically going to provide for their family. Meanwhile, these same coaches are coming into their living room, sneaking into the bathrooms, taking phone calls from other universities, waiting for the National Signing Day to show up as the NCAA, and they're also universities telling these players and these coaches not to tell the players they're recruiting that they're going to leave. So basically what you're saying is that it's okay to lie, manipulate, and coerce kids in a sense because they play a sport all in the name of the team, but the same team that you're talking about, you're going to go do something else for yourself to make more money. Again, that's why I'm the players rep. Not only what you've seen this year with 13 players so far not playing in the bowl games, but it's going to continue. And I'll say on record right now, next year it might be 26. Because me, myself, my colleagues, and simply my company is going to educate and empower, protect the actual athlete and families to understand that sports, in particular football, collision sport, is a short-lived career. What many people don't understand about this business as well, like when you're talking about the NFL, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes in college football, particularly when it comes to the injuries that aren't being documented properly. And the sad part about it is most of these kids and these families don't even know themselves, the ones that are playing, how seriously injured they really are. And because those things don't get documented, when you find out when the NFL starts to evaluate. Take an example last year, a guy named Mo Hurst, who played 5 years at the University of Michigan, only to get to the combine and to protect the first-round pick and to find out that Mo, who was diagnosed with a heart murmur as his freshman year, was cleared by the University of Michigan, only to have the NFL tell him, no, you're not clear. You got to get checked out again. Because of that situation and Mo playing 5 years, the NFL now drafted Mo in the 5th round. Mo has 4 sacks this year, and at the end of the day, doing a great job. But he got 5 years from Michigan. Well, Michigan got 5 years from Mo, and in return, Mo got to become a 5th-round pick in the state of California called Oakland. It's disgusting. Not the University of Michigan, not Jim Harbaugh, not his agency. No one is writing Mo a check for the money that he lost for the misdiagnosis or the discrepancy of what he thought was okay. Because, again, sports is not a game. Sports is all business. So when you basically in a business where you are a 35 to 45-year-old man going into playing off the economic and social standings of a 16, 17, 18-year-old family that may come from the poor, the poverty, the hood, and basically promises of scholarships and education, but yet these same people that write these stories and have all these things to say on these radio shows about they can't believe how these kids are actually making these decisions against their team. Why don't you do a ESPN 30 for 30 about this so-called free education and show us these 6- and 7-figure jobs these kids got? Or why don't you show us after these kids play in this college game in this season that when the injuries that they sustain, how come those same universities and that same team aren't covering their medical records going forward? So once again, you talk about all the different people that are making money left and right. Every game that's going to go on, all these bowl games, whether you're a sports announcer, a sportscaster, athletic trainer, a doctor, the TV broadcaster, the referees, the list goes on and on and on. Every single one is being compensated for a check. And because a young man decides to do his best for his family, people want to have something to say. Well, I'm here to tell you on behalf of the players and their families, they're not worried about what you got to say. For once in their life, they realize that their whole team thing is a one-way situation. You know, at the end of the day, when you talk about coaches firing people or sitting guys down or benching them, no coach brings the group into the room and say, hey, guys, we got to move on from this kid. This is what you guys want to do. You don't ask the team about making those decisions. It's the coach's decision. So essentially, the kid is a CEO of his company, and his company is who he is, and he's making a CEO decision. And if you don't like it, that's your problem. But it's not going to be theirs. You know what else is not going to be their problem? Losing out on tens of millions of dollars. The free education is to say that, hey, this is my last chance to get this opportunity, and if I don't take it and I lose it, no one in the NCAA, no one in the NFL, the NBA is going to feel sorry for me. They're going to say next man up. That's their system. So like I said, again, for schools such as Michigan right now, who I see jump down Rashawn Gary's throat, and other kids are thinking about playing out the game, are you guys taking that same perspective to Don Brown right now? I speak from firsthand experience. Right now, it's known that Don Brown's interviewing for a head coaching job at Temple, and God knows where else. Yet we know when Dax Hill decided to go to Alabama, every one of those fans wanted to jump down to 17-year-old kids making a decision for his free education. You guys act like these kids are doing something that literally don't put foods and tables on Jim Harbaugh's, his kids, his wife. She don't play football in their mouths. So who are you to critique and criticize them for what decisions they make for their family? See, we can go back to the 60s and the 50s and 40s and go what it is. And I try to stay away from the black and white thing because at the end of the day, it's about education. I'm a former athlete, and trust me, I'm educated. So the reality is all the hoops and dreams and ropes that you guys put around and the graphic designs that mean nothing, the $300 Best Buy card with the Beats headphones that are written off and tax deductions for all those great companies that made their money, that you're saying that these kids only get to do once in a lifetime. No, you know what they get to do once in a lifetime? Make millions of dollars. And it's not a degree in this country that anybody's got that I know of that literally went to school and can make 10 to 15 to $20 million in a matter of days, weeks, months. That's the free education. My name is Robert T. Green. I'm the CEO of Pre-Post Game, also known as a Players Rep, here to educate and empower, protect the athletes and the family's best interests alone. So once again, timestamp this. Sports is not a game, it's all business. Without the player, there is no one else. Again, if you want to understand and really talk the facts, let's talk the facts. Don Brown and Manny Diaz. How many games in Miami won since Ahmad Richards and his injury went down? Families, kids, do your research. There's a reason why people jumping out. At the end of the day, Don Brown, 20-something years in college football. How many players did Don Brown and the great defense has he coached that played more than 5 years in the National Football League? Because if guys you don't know, in the National Football League, if you don't get past year 2, you don't get your pension. You don't get past year 4, you don't get your severance package. So you can keep your #1 ranked defense. You can keep your T-shirt. You can keep your hat. Again, for these athletes and these kids, they understand that this is a once-in-a-lifetime to change their generational wealth by doing the right thing. And for those that want to stop that and try to basically make it out to be something else of what it is that it's selfish on your part. A bunch of adults, in most cases, taking advantage of the uneducated. Again, you go to school for 3 to 4 years and they still uneducated because you're not helping them understand anything. You're telling them what to do, when to do it. You're not telling them why. You're not even asking them why. That's the fact. Everybody got something to say about somebody else, something they can't do. So when the moment comes when you can do what they do, then you have every right to make the decision that you want to make for your life. But in the meantime, miss them, miss me with that BS. My name is Robert T. Green. I'm the CEO, Pre-Post Game, also known as a Players Rep, here to educate, empower, and protect the athlete's best interests alone. Check me out at the Players Rep 1 on Twitter, the Players Rep 1 on Instagram, and you can check me out here on Facebook. If this video educated, empowered, and protected you or your family in any way, please like and share. And remember, National Signing Day is nothing in it for the actual player. It's a way to get you locked into the contract that you don't understand so the coach can do what he do, and then the NCAA got you locked in with that actual school. So make informed decisions because, again, it's your life, your opportunity. Take advantage of it. You guys be well and God bless.